friends, welcome to Healthy Body by Sophie, where we move our body in fun ways. And today we're doing it right here on my big rectangle flooring. I'm not wearing shoes today because I'm gonna keep it low impact. If you wish to take it higher impact, some of these moves you definitely can. That's up to you. That's not what I am doing right now. However, so let's start with a warm up a bit, and then I'll get into more to build up to get those thighs worked on the ball. So we're gonna do some bouncy movements in straddle position to get really those muscles here really stronger. Same with your glutes, really everything. It's gonna even engage your core. So just follow me along, watch it once before. I'm gonna try and have modification here and there. Okay, so before the music starts, I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of what it is that we're gonna be doing. So there is four musics, I think. And there are four. Two, then another one that's interesting tempo. I'm gonna be on the ball. And then one last one before I do a few cool down exercises. So the first one is gonna go warming up your feet and your ankles. You're gonna point and then you're gonna flex and you're gonna go back and forth on the beat of the music with me. So if that's all you can do, then just do that. If you don't wanna add the arms is fairly easy because I'm keeping a fast tempo like this. So initially you're gonna put your hands here. So it's going to go right in through here is where you have your lymph nodes. You have lymph nodes throughout your body, around at your neck, under your arms. You have them across through here at the hips. You have it behind the knees as well, and at the ankles as well. So it's important that those lymph nodes get activated. So this is a good exercise as you going to point and extend your foot, which is going to flex and extend your ankle. You're going to do this movement, and then you're going to repeat that with the side to engage the side muscles and where your glute muscles attach actually at your greater trochanter, and then to the back, activating your buttocks muscle and your piriformis while we're doing this. The next exercise will have internal external rotation movement, where you can twist your body and engage your core at the same time. I'm going to show you. And then to that, we're going to add movement that's going to bring your arm, leg across from where you're doing this. So that's where you want the bar and ballet background might become handy. You don't have to be a professional and expert at it, but if you have some foundation that you've learned at the bar or in the middle on the floor would be very helpful. And then from there, and then we'll do movement with tap, switch, switching like this, and hold to do the other side. The third music is gonna be on the ball. So I'm gonna quickly grab the ball then, put it in the middle of the mat here. This ball is weighted underneath, inside with sand. So I do highly suggest for you to have one of those so that the ball doesn't move back from you while you do these exercises. If you feel that the ball is doing that, make sure you slow down or maybe use a chair instead with a pillow to make it cushiony. And so you're gonna do exercises where you're gonna go into plie, but in second position like this. So it's kind of a similar version where you would do a squat, like the sumo squat, where you I can't do the ball, where you go down. Here instead you're gonna be using the ball, and the ball is gonna add resistance as you push into it. We're gonna do movements like this, then locking in place, arm movements, and then some bouncing up back and forth, opening the chest, engaging your back, and as well your core, your thighs, everything really. And then the last music is kind of interesting. We're gonna stay on the ball, we're gonna engage the core, we're gonna do lateral movements like this. Now hold on, it's gonna be quite interesting. It can be broken down where you do it standing at first as opposed to being on the ball like I was doing it, like raising the leg. If you can't do it on the ball because it's too challenging, then you would do it here. So here, plie in second position and switch side, or you can keep it even here. And that's still a beginning phase. You can even have a chair next to you. On either side, well, not either side, because you don't want to kick the chair with your foot, but then you would just do one leg at a time and just do that. As I do it, if my leg stays up, you hold it here. If it bends, you bend it. If it's straighten, you straighten it. And if I point it like this, you point it. You can do it from here, or you can do it from here, okay? but I'm gonna do it on the ball. Okay, and after that we're gonna do some Supta Sarvasana and some Supta Buddha Kunasana. So let's get started. With no further ado, let me put the ball away because I'm not starting with that. And let's go. Okay, the music is gonna start in just a few minutes, so let's get started. Gonna start with your right foot. Point flex, point flex, point flex, point flex. It's so much nicer to do with music as opposed to me saying point flex, isn't it? So let's wait for that music. It might take a few more seconds. There you go. So you're gonna add the arms. Ready? And tap. I might get mixed up as I do it as well. That's okay, just keep going. It's to get the upper and lower body always coordinated. It's always a tricky thing. It can be at times for me, especially when then my head gets disoriented with movements, then it makes it really difficult. Okay, I'm gonna go sideways with your arms. Point flex, and tap. Keep tapping. Plus I have to talk to you at the same time, so that really messes that up for me. That's what getting old is doing to me. Yes, because I'm going to be 50 next year. Okay, now I'm going to tap our butt. Ready? Let's engage in those glute muscles. You're doing great. Now we're gonna start all over with the legs, arms in front. Okay, ready? And forward. That's stimulating your lymph nodes in the front of your thigh. Actually, you can feel it. Getting ready for my week with my patients. Now sideways. Feels really good on the hips, believe it or not. Now have double layer cotton. Oh. Now back. There we go. Point flex, point flex, point flex. Okay, one more time I'm gonna switch and we're gonna do both front and side and back. Ready? Point flex. You're gonna feel in your arms. Your arms might get a bit woken up. Same with your hips and your thighs, just from the tapping. I came up with all kinds of routine before coming up with this one. I was making it very complicated, but you know what? This is actually good. I feel it stimulating my body very much. And do back. All right, so now we're gonna do the other one. In, out, in, out. You move your arms side to side. So I like to keep my fingers open and my thumbs pointing up toward the ceiling. Now we're gonna switch side. You ready? I should have started with my other leg, but my bad. I usually try and start with my left because if you're mirroring me, then you end up starting with your right, okay? That's okay. Now switch. In, out. You could go faster if this is too slow of a pace, but that's the pace I'm taking it because I know many people want it slower, so I have to help everybody out there. Now switch. So when your hip goes in, your knee goes in, that same arm goes out, okay? All right, we're gonna switch now. We're gonna do here, across, point across, point across. So you get this movement, point across. Now we're gonna combine the two, the twist in the hip in and out and pointing across. Ready? Now we're gonna start with your right leg. So in, out, in, extend, out. Switch, in, out, in, point, extend. So you do 3. 1, 2, 3, point and across. In, out, That's it. In and close. So that's how it's gonna go. Let me show you. In, out, in, extend across, tap, and pause. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, we're gonna keep it slow because I was gonna go fast when I did it. In, out, in, extend, across, switch, and hold. In, out, in, extend, across, switch, and pause. In, out. In, out. One more time, then we're gonna do it faster. If the music doesn't stop. Let's see. No. Not doing faster now. In, out. In, out. And pause. In. Okay, now get in that ball. Seem to run up short with the music all the time. Alright, so here, remember what I said earlier? Make sure you have the ball nice under your body in the middle of your mat. You're gonna go arms out to the side and plie. And then, so your body's on it, and you're gonna brace up, lift your body up, go up, down, and then you're gonna go up and down with your arms as you bounce up and down. Ready? You got it. Again. Again, out, up. Out to the side, up. Now we're gonna go faster. Okay, the music was too short. That was fun, but that's run too short. If you want to take it faster, then do that. Okay, so now we're gonna go here. So it's like if you do a plie as you raise your leg. Again, if you can't do it on the ball, you don't have enough core, then do it from standing. Okay, I'll show you the other version. And as you raise your leg, arms go up. And you kind of make your body go toward the opposite side where your leg is standing or straightening. Not the standing leg, the one leg that's straightened up off the floor. You push your body in your arms. You make your body lean away from that. That's just gonna stretch your body. That's gonna stretch all through there. I'm gonna break it down in a moment. That means you're gonna have to hold your body on the ball on one leg. Alright? You feel the burn yet on your quadriceps and really everywhere? Especially since you're as well using your arms. Alrighty? Up, in, out, and down. Up, down. Down, up, in. I've done it so many times and I can't do it. And there we go. Up, bend. Cheating a bit, my foot is touching the floor. That's okay. Again. Bend, up, and down. Up, bend, up, and bend. Again, up, bend, up, and bend down. Again, use your arms to balance yourself on the ball. And use the ball now again, across. So my body, you feel my arm. That's opposite to the leg, that's straightening up in the air. I'm pushing my body that way. How are you doing with that one? If it's too difficult, do it from standing, not with the ball. Just straighten your legs. And if that's even too fast standing, on the ball it's easier, faster. As you can see. Okay, now we're gonna do it slow again. Ready? And up, and up, and down. Up, down, up, and point down. Up, point down, up, and down, point with your foot. Up, point with your toe down. Up, and touch it floor with your toe. Up, down, up, and down, point. Up, down, without touching. Up, point and down. Up, down, up, and down. That's okay. Use your other foot to help you balance. You don't touch that leg that's exercising. That's okay. Up, down. So you keep hopping with the bottom leg, the support leg. Up, and your arms are getting tired because they're staying out to the side, right? You did it. Okay. So I don't know how difficult it seemed for you to be. I've done it for the last couple of days. Wasn't sure what I was gonna do, but this is what I decided to stick to instead of mixing it up to too many things. So now we're gonna get the bolster, and like I said, I'm gonna do the Supra Baddha Konasana and the Supra Virasana. So there's modifications to that, obviously. So first, if you can't do the laying down, I'm not gonna do it with my head inverted back, because I want to keep my head on the bolster. But if you could not even go into that position for whatever reason, then you could just lay down on the floor on, so you go into a fetus position on the side, then you're going to raise your leg up against the wall. You could have a pillow for your head to rest on, or a rolled up towel, and you just stay like this in that position. Drop your shoulders down, squeeze your shoulder blades, and stretch your arms down toward that way. If you cannot be at 90-degree angle, that's not a big deal. You just stay here wherever you need to be. Just gonna put my hand behind my head here. There we go. So you can just stay right here if that's all you can do. And if your hamstrings are really tight and you want to work on stretching them, then just put one foot in front of the other. So that would make it be that you have one ankle touching the other toes of the other foot, and then you switch to the other side. That's a good way to stretch your hamstrings. Then as you get better at that, you can get closer. So now I'm gonna get closer. And then you're here, and then you would do the same thing. So you could have a rolled up towel behind your back to support your low back and create that curvature of your back. Here in my case, actually, my buttocks is a little bit off the mat, so that creates that a little bit. And then I'm just stretching this way. That's a really good stretch for your hamstrings. There has been time, I don't know if it was this year or the year before, where I was so tight I could not even do this one anymore. It had gotten really bad for whatever reason. So this is really good. So if this is easy for you to do, and you want to go further up and your back is good, then you use a bolster like this. You could use like a big king size pillow, and then you're gonna lean back against it. So I want my hips to stay off the pillow. I'm gonna keep bracing my head and neck with my hands, opening my chest like this. It's really good. You could have your head further up, back, and have a various pillows to support it at different heights you want. That would be below your shoulders, or you can just be like this, like I am right now. I'm gonna raise my legs down And actually I could have a pillow right here. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. There we go, that's better. I just want my head still on the pillow. So it's supporting my SI joint here, but yet, so my buttocks is not touching the floor, but yet I'm stretching through my hips and my thighs as well downwards, so creating a little bit of opening through here, extension in the low back, and as a result, extending all the organs, which is really good, since they usually would be in a tense, tight positioning, as we mostly are in flexion and sitting. This is a really good position if you cannot be all the way in extension with your spine for whatever reason it may be, or if it doesn't feel good to you. It felt a bit tight earlier to be any further extension, so I am right here right now, opening my chest. Good. Now the next steps to that would be, like I said, to have my head further up and let it hang off. I'll show some pictures of me doing it, or someone else, we'll see. And now the next one, so this was for Supra Buddha Konasana, with a little bit of a variation. But next one I want to show you is Supra Virasana. Supra Virasana, so you go into this position. First you do it with pillows. So these exercises are good for you to, because we did pliés and straddle open, bouncing up and down the ball. And this is good to open up through these tissues here. So here my head is still on the bolster, which I want. And then I'm stretching with my hips. So here I'm gonna put my feet closer together. So let's start with that and make sure they stay like that. So my feet at the side. Ideally you want to touch your feet with your hands, and then you wanna stretch back, okay? Now slowly my knees are gonna fall down. I have to move my hips downward, okay? You could put a pillow or towels against your knees, and if your back is a bit sore, you also can put a pillow or a towel behind your buttocks so that you can support your body that way if your buttocks won't touch your heels. And you can even have a pillow here that's higher so that you can be at whatever degree you would need. Like the big stepper I have actually would be another option. I'm gonna try that in just a moment to see how it works. So this is a good position to do your Supra Virasana. And you just stretch this way. Here my head is supported, so I'm gonna relax my arms up above my head and let my chest open. Really, I wanna keep my arms up and dropping my shoulder blades down. There we go. So I'm gonna put some music with some waves that we videotaped at Long Point, and let's enjoy a bit of quiet time. From now, you can stay in this position if you want, or go back and forth from here to just laying flat on the floor. We're gonna do a bit of a cool down that way. I'm gonna move my feet back down, and actually you could just stay right here. This is actually very good. Just like this, it's almost laying flat on the floor, except that you're still opening the chest. So no, we're going to do this one. This is very good, and let's just relax like this with music on. stay asleep. All right, so I said enough for now. You have a lovely evening. Namaste.